Hi everyone! In this video, I will show you how to use the Search API in Elasticsearch. In the previous videos, we have seen how to create an index, add documents, update them, and delete them if needed. But how do we actually make use of these stored documents? The answer lies in the Search API. This API allows you to leverage the indices you have built to create things like search engines, recommendation systems, real-time dashboards, log data analysis, and much more. Since the Search API is extensive and offers a lot of features to explore, I will be breaking it down into several videos. The search method accepts several arguments, with the index argument specifying where Elasticsearch should search for documents. You can provide a single index like myIndex, but to search across multiple indices, separate them with commas. For example, index1, myIndex. You can also use wildcards to match multiple indices without listing them individually, such as index asterisk. This will match any index with this specific prefix. So if you have index_1, index_2, instead of typing them like this, you just use the wildcard. Or to search all indices, use _all. The search method also utilizes queue and query parameters to define how searches are performed. But let's start with the queue string. This one, you use it for simple searches with Lucene syntax. We will see this in one of the upcoming videos. And here we have the query. This one is like the queue string, but this is used to make complex structured queries. And it uses the query domain-specific language. We will see this again in a later video. In addition to the index, queue, and query parameters, the search method supports additional arguments such as timeout, size, and from. Timeout specifies the maximum time to wait for a search request to complete. The time unit can be seconds, milliseconds, days, etc. If you want to read more, please click on this hyperlink. Now let's go to size. This defines the number of search hits to return. The default value is 10, but you can adjust it if you want, but remember that the maximum value is 10,000. Finally, we have the from parameter. This indicates the starting point from which to return search results. You use this for pagination, and it is useful for implementing skip functionality in result sets. This is the first part of the Search API. If you want to read more, please click on this link. Now I will go to VS Code to show you how to apply some of the things that we have seen in this video. Great, so please open the 12th notebook in this series. Remember to download all these notebooks. Go to the video description. You will find a link that will take you to my GitHub repository, and feel free to clone it or download it. So here, for the documentation, we have two links. We have the Search API and the Search API. So it's kind of misleading, but please, if you want to read more, click on them to find everything about the Search API, because it has a lot of things that supports. And it's because the Search API is one of the most important things to learn about Elasticsearch. Great. So make sure that Elasticsearch is running. Here I am creating two indices and inserting the dummy data documents in both of them. Great, so that's the preparation. Now let's see how to search for, so here you can see that we can search for documents and we are specifying the index and the query. Great, so first of all we are using index1, and here the query you use the body, and inside it you specify either query like this or queue. But here I'll just keep it query. Why am I doing this? Because by default, this is the value of query. It matches everything. But if you want to make specific queries, you should change what is inside this dictionary. So if I remove this, it will give me the same result. So here it says it found 3 documents. Let me undo what I did. And if I run the cell, you can see that it still gives me 3 documents. And here, as I told you in the slides, Elasticsearch will return something called hits. Hits means a document. So if I print the response just to show you how this looks like, let me go to hits. you can see that here we have 3, which means that we got 3 documents. And here, let me go inside hits again because we have this. So we can see that here we have the documents. And if I want to select the first document, all I need to do is get the first element in the list. And then you can see that here we have something called _ source. Now, if I print this, you can see that we get our documents back. Okay, cool. Let's do the same thing for index 2, just to verify that we have 3 documents. Nice, that's what you want to see. Now let's see how to search for documents in more than one index. As I told you, if you want to do that, just make sure to separate the indices by comma. So here, instead of returning 3 documents, it returns 6 documents. If you want to use a wildcard, you can do that. Remember, here we have index _1, index _2. So the prefix which is common between these 2 indices is index. If I run this, you can see that I get again 6 documents. If you want to return all the documents in all the indices that you have in your Elasticsearch cluster, you use _all. And this returns 6,400 documents because I have other indices in my Elasticsearch cluster. We arrived at the end of this tutorial. But remember, this is a 3-part series where we are going to discover the Search API. Please, before leaving this video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want. See you next time.